errands.
I'm running errands with my mom. Running. I'm running errands with my mom. Running. I'm running errands with my mom. Running. With who? My mom. With who? My mom. I roll up to the car while I'm rapping to the beat. I'm so hardcore that I take the front seat. I ride shotgun like a nice young man. Yo, what up, ladies?
Is that a minivan?
Windows rolled down, lots of gas in the tank. Where we going first, Mom?
We're stopping by the bank.
At the ATM, transaction was sweet. Mom, before you go, don't forget your receipt. We back in the van, open up the skylight.
Next stop is the salon.
Haircut?
No, just highlights.
Mom parks the car and she takes her time, cause she's mad conscientious and stays within the line. Running errands with my mom. Running. I'm running errands with my mom. Running. I'm running errands with my mom. Running. With who? My mom. With who? My mom. At the salon with my gangsta lean, getting all the gossip from lady magazines. You know that I'm the king, I spit a ill verse. Yo, you mad trippin', Linda? Your shows don't match your purse. Rolling down the street, next errand of the day. Time to pick up little sis, cause she's finished with ballet.
Lil sis is in the house. Time to get amazed. My bros got rhymes for minutes, but I got rhymes for days. See them other ballerinas, they all make me yawn. Cause this is rocks a tutu, illa than Black Swan. Big brothers counting racks, but y'all know what's up. Where all my little sisters at? Roll them hands up.
Running errands is so tight, cause my mom's as cool as ice. Where to next? Mom says home, we say nice. Cook, mom, what you cooking? Cook, mom, what you cooking? We out. Now throw some coupons at the camera, moms. What's up?
Oh, here's some coupons. Soup, bacon, cheese. Holler at your mom.
There's some things in this world I don't define.
I thought it was
I
one
don't
person.
believe you, Final. I was like,
It's 4.
what?
It's 4 people, or is it one person? I'm
4
confused.
people.
Final.
Damn, son, they all look the same.
Damn, why you gotta be so racist?
They're all anime characters. The only thing
No
that
shit.
changes is the hair.
And they're singing a song about a boy who runs errands with his mother. I would think maybe they would.
Evening, UN Spacey War Squadron. Please have a round of applause for our performing clowns of our entertainment tonight. Visual Command Watan, I am your werewolf. And we're having a open topic chill stream Tuesday tonight. I'm here with my favorite wingman, starting with she does disappearance shit.
The abandoned. I'll be soon to join her.
Marty, I want her to stay up so everybody can see her icon.
Our resident Lydia Dietz, Eloise, just Eloise.
Yep. Been through so many name change.
No, she just
Don't
been
know
cloning
what-
herself. trying to multiply herself so that if she dies, then another.
You'll
one
never
will
take
her.
me alive.
She's putting out
She-
so many masks that has her own name.
In other words, she's pulling a Neo at the tip and Randall Flagg.
Right.
Anyways, she will still be the Bear of the North, but we still have our humblest of writers, Humble Marty.
Hi, I'm here after
What
technical
the
difficulties.
hell is that?
Stick figure T-Rex. Wait, hold on.
Made on MS Paint.
Hold on. Okay, here it is. T-Rex, I presume.
Sit your ass down, Sherlock. Humble Marty, everybody,
Hello.
and her eccentricities. Next is the maturest lady of the bunch. Yes, I say that with a straight face. Leia, excuse me, the lovely Leia Valor, Leia plus size.
Good evening, everyone. This is Leia Plus Size, Lovely Lady Valor, and I hope you enjoy our show tonight. This is a free for all. So, if you have any topics or questions that you would like for us to discuss, please post them. We would be glad to hear it because you know how we get with free for all. So, I hope you enjoy the show.
Our main men, starting with the Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Greetings YouTube viewers and fellow Final Fantasy fans, this is Final Fantasy Fan 012 and welcome back to another live stream of the UN Spacey Wolf Squadron, and today we are doing this one stream that we haven't done in quite some time in a while.
That's because I forgot. That's because I ran out of ideas for a while.
So yeah, we're doing another chill stream, so why don't we sit around and have a chat?
The Hound of the South, Dominic Powell.
Good, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us in tonight's live stream. And yeah, as I was mentioning, like this is a free for all topic chill stream. And if there's any topics, that was ranging from games, literature, movies, or anything else in between, feel free to put them down in the comment section.
Just one of you guys in the chat. Hey, let these Negroes know that we alive, so that we don't just be talking to the wind.
Well,
making vinegar shrub.
Last time I checked, like Ichiro is not really live streaming at the moment because he just had one.
Damn right.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a ladies' night on Tuesday night tonight either.
No, they're relegated to Fridays.
True. Though Hugh Delaterra has a topic that he suggested through the community section, and only 4 you motherfuckers just upvote that shit, didn't say not a damn thing of suggestion of topics. We are seriously out of ideas, aren't we?
You mean I didn't know we could post a topic in the community section. I thought that was just for those that listen and come to the stream. I didn't know if it would have to be for us, or I would have posted some things.
Not you. I'm talking about the people who do come and listen to the stream. I mean, I understand that I posted late after I got to work, that is. But it couldn't have been no later than that. I posted on 5 o'clock my time. I was hoping to get at least a few of y'all to do something, but no, you guys just upvoted. You know what I should have done? I should have put some boobs on there.
Oh.
You already did in the thumbnail.
Yeah, I hope you don't get jumped on for that thumbnail. I really hope you don't, Wolf.
I mean, the bitch got a gun, so all she gotta do is blast a motherfucker.
Yeah,
okay.
But I just hope
back on.
Well, I have a topic, really quick.
Let's read off what Delaterra said. The future of classical, in parentheses, ink and paint, anime in the AI art-oriented business. Whose wheelhouse is that?
AI art anime?
Apparently.
Well, I have some concerns about AI. I'm afraid
we could always talk about what's this called, Miyazaki's reaction to that attempt of AI anime. But let's let Leia continue.
Oh, I don't know if this is on the line, but AI has been in the news a lot lately, not just for anime, but for making movies, writing. Almost disappeared again. Oh well, she'll be back. Movies, writing, making music, and I think that there is benefits to AI AI to help, but I have some very heavy concerns because I think it's going to make good writers lazy and it's going to make bad writers get more attention. So I'm fearing how so quickly we're jumping onto it. Now, as the anime world, I don't know that much about. You all are more knowledgeable about anime than I am. But I'm looking at the whole picture of AI, and I just have some concerns about it. I do. Because nothing can compete to what the human mind can create, and we're already having a lack in creativity. And I just feel there's going to be some writers out there who are lazy, who are going to rely very heavily on this to get them to where they're at, and we're going to lose.
Basically, just an easy
great
way
writing.
for people who want to write but yet don't even want to lift a finger.
Yeah, and that's what makes me nervous. I mean, I can see it if it wants to assist. I can see it if you to assist you, but to totally use it 100%, I'm a little concerned about that. Because I'm already seeing. Go ahead.
Sorry, go on.
No, I'm done. I go ahead.
Artificial intelligence has no chill. I mean, the times I've played with it, we've had something that was so politician-like that it didn't know what to do when you decide to have an argument about gender, and that thing could go for hours. Tried that. Or
Well, there's been a release of an open source AI now. So Yep.
Well, that's good. And sometimes it will give you too much information. It's basically Google with a voice.
That's a good way of putting it.
Well, to be fair, point line, not many people use Google as much as they used to, because it seems like moved on to the alternatives that aren't censorship heavy.
True, but they all work about the same. Especially when you get to ask it dumb questions, and that's always fun, asking search engines dumb questions.
I just that's true, but I just wonder, is it going to cause more damage than good? Because we've already seen there's already a bunch of writers are very lazy these days, unless you're some that are better, but they're just not as crispy and creative.
If you're talking about damage to humans, no, it's not going to damage humans at all. Not to cut you off.
If anything, it's going to make
No, it's
people
okay.
more picky about what content they choose to interact with. And well, you've seen this reflected in the music industry, where it's interaction heavy now than it was in the past, and it really relies on human connection, like in terms of like art, like human connecting with the audience, the artist connecting. So AI can't really do that, and well, I think humans will always have an advantage in that end. So yeah, people, if well, I mean, there are AIs like the type that they invent in Japan and stuff like that, but it's not the same kind of connection. Like in terms of the West markets, it's not the same connection. That's why you see people going to live concerts and things like that. There's also people watching live streams of their favorite creators making things. And it's just another avenue of promoting yourself. So I think the corporates are going to try and incorporate AI, but they're going to find that it's hollow.
Mm-hmm.
So all the corporates are going to try and get rid of the creative aspects of things. They're going to find themselves deteriorating.
Somewhere out there, some artist probably created a bunch of AI art, sent it to a portfolio to some CEO company, animation, artwork, you name it. And what ends up happening is the CEO or the hirer, whoever's in there, will just push the person aside and make love to his computer.
Not to mention, if an individual's was trying to use an AI art program, like they shouldn't claim it as their own. Instead, whatever image is produced through the program, they can use it as another reference.
That's true, and it's good for some references. What makes it really funny though is if it's fully artificial intelligence, it's fully no one owns the copyright to it because it's basically amalgamation of everyone else's intellectual property.
Yeah.
So and then the guy has to go back into Photoshop and have to re-edit out like that third breast or that fourth leg that's sticking out like an extra tailbone or those 10 zillion fingers.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it's used in that aspect, I can understand. I mean, I know right now we don't have to worry about the T1000 chasing us down, but I just think that it shouldn't replace the human creative mind and creativity. And I just feel like this generation of writers are already very lazy, and for them it's just, oh, I'll just let the AI do it and go from there. Hey, and give the script to the studio or artwork or whatever.
I mean, they're just gonna get rid of the middleman. That's what AI is gonna do. It's gonna get rid of the prompter. They're just gonna, I don't know, like these artists, these AI is gonna be gotten rid of, and they're gonna else for pennies, $1 do the prompt. That's what I suppose they're gonna do.
No matter how hard these corporations will try, like they can never replace the human creativity and ingenuity when it comes to making art, or whether it's in the visuals, the performance, or even in literature.
Mhm.
Like the human aspect will
it's-
never be removed from the equation.
It's gonna sanitize everything even more. So I think Pete from Alterna Comics said it best. They're just gonna clone the best of the best, but then it's gonna be all the same. So that means people are gonna get tired of it real quickly, and they're gonna turn for variety. And by then, when the corporals try and approach artists and stuff like that to hire, those people are gonna say no. I mean, if they know their money, if they know what they're worth, like their money's worth.
True.
So I think it's gonna force people to be more creative. I mean, the people that really want to stand out and make a living out of this, they're gonna have to either be more creative or fall to the wayside.
If we're done, does anybody want to take on William Silva's question?
Question whenever you're done. Any forms of genre you feel is unrepresented or unexplored you'd like to see?
Before we do that, let's
Giant
take a moment
robot
of
murder
silence.
mysteries.
Damn, that's a good question.
If we're going for something niche, I was thinking giant robot murder mysteries.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, we've got just about. I mean, when it comes to the mystery stories, we have just about everything. We have fantasy, we have supernatural, we have small town. Oh, good grief. Mystery cozies love a small town.
Guys, hope you're right back. I have to restart my computer.
Sure.
Big city. Anything that's like Philip Marlowe, and we don't have any murder mysteries featuring giant robots.
Yes, we do. Well, we don't
Oh,
have
we do?
enough. But we have one, Big O.
Oh, that is true. Big O. Definitely Big O.
that and you can. What else I brought up? Better Man is one of them. And it also adds kaiju, kind of kaiju into the mix. But yeah, we got something like that. We just don't got. You, you're you're not wrong. We don't have enough of it.
Mm.
Then there's also Gag Guard. Nobody's heard of Gag Guard.
I'm not familiar with that.
I'm not asking you, Leia. I'm asking
Oh,
the anime nerds here.
yeah, you guys are more
And,
knowledgeable than I
and, manga,
am.
and manga nerds,
Yeah.
don't forget that.
Oh
Shut up.
yeah.
Well, that's an. Look, we're not just limited to anime, man.
No shit, we're reading Akira the manga right now. Of course, we're not limited to anime.
But but
Anyways,
in response to what you said previously, that's a name I haven't heard in years.
right? Same. I need to get back to watching it again. But yeah, Gag Guard's kind of like that. It's like if Mad Boss was hardcore.
Oh,
Like, well, way more hardcore than it already was. Only it's not done in the Mon style. You
Hmm.
dig?
mm.
But yeah, Gag Guard is man. For anybody who's getting tired of the recent modern anime stuff, go to the mid 2000s anime. Go back to the mid 2000s anime and look those up. Like look up anime that came to early mid to late 2000s. You'll find something that will pique your interest or you'll end up enjoying. And
Oh,
Gagar was
yeah.
was really one of them that I didn't get a chance to finish yet, but I will be getting on to finishing that one. That and Ergo Proxy and Technolize.
Mm.
That anime is fucked up. Like there's other animes that'll top it, but man, how fucked up that anime was. Especially in the first fucking episode. Uh, so what form in any form
What?
or genres you feel are
What
represented
about the
or
weird?
unexplored,
What about the Weird West?
like Afro Samurai?
That's not. Afro Samurai is not really Weird West though because it's a during an alternative as well as the.
It's got a fucking cowboy.
What do you
But
mean by Midwest?
but
Do you
it
mean
was
cyberpunk or
no
steampunk?
no no no
Steampunk. I
no
mean,
that's not no no that's not what Weird West means. Weird West is essentially a work of fiction, like set during the Frontiers era, but the more mystic side is more pronounced. Well, fantasy and science fiction are more pronounced, like in this this subgenre of Western, but still,
Afro Samurai
but
is a spaghetti western. Deal with it.
but again, it's not real. It's not really spaghetti Western though, because it's set during an alternative like feudal Japan, but also
Yes.
anachronistic.
Yes.
Look, if you want a proper example of Weird West, whereas looking no further to hold on. Oh, Dark Watch.
Yep. Dark Watch. Dark Watch definitely sums it up. For those who don't know what Dark Watch is, it's a video game that stars a cowboy that was part of a group of rangers that becomes a vampire, and he has to fight all hordes of nightmarish creatures along with this vampire chick.
Well, Jericho was actually a thief before he became a member of Dark Watch.
Right. That is
Yeah, but
correct.
also it has a unique approach on the morality system.
It does. It did, didn't it?
Yeah,
Let's see.
yeah.
Then.
That's like for instance, like if you approach like an innocent who was affected like by the influence of the vampires. It was like you have the choice of either like draining them dry or to remove the poison from their bodies.
Hmm.
Humble's intrigued.
It was reminding me of a book I bought like way back.
Okay. Good to know. Those who feel the those who shit. What do they say in the promo? Those that those that fears the those that fears the watch fears the badge. No, those that fear death fear the badge. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Besides Dark Watch, other examples of Weird West is Cowboys and Aliens.
Damn right, dude.
That's what I was
Oh,
thinking. That's what my mind was going to.
yeah, but instead of westerns mixed with fantasy, that one is mixed with science fiction.
Yeah, that's what I thought that question was about. When that question was asked, or when you brought it up, I can't think back what you said. I was thinking Cowboys and Aliens. I was thinking something on that line.
And also Jonah Hex of DC Comics.
Hmm. Yeah. Jonah Hex, definitely. That and
I
oh, what was that one movie? What you gonna say, Leia?
I don't mind a western, but you got to give me an interesting twist. Like a lot of people didn't like Cowboys and Aliens, but I liked it because it was an interesting twist. I just don't want the same old the stranger comes to town and the sheriff's got to kill the stranger and robbing the bank. And I've seen that story a billion times. You got to give me something different. This
I say
story
people I
I've
say people
never
were
heard
too harsh on Cowboys and Aliens.
of. Hmm.
People at the time were too harsh on Cowboys and Aliens.
I do. I agree, Dom. I think they were too hard on it. I enjoyed it. I liked what I saw. I
The
did.
brilliant
But
star that shines through the night, the hot flashes that make evil sweat. Razorman stands before you. Hello, Neil Star.
We still need to work on your grandiose reading.
yes, how love that just burst of life you have, Humble, when you read that. Love that burst of life. Woo!
What
Yes.
burst of light? She just
I
read
know.
like she was trying to sound out the words and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, you got to work on that, Humble.
Here, we are a special class of oil readers. So when you read Neo Stars calling, you go like this. The brilliant star that shines through the night. The hot flashes that make evil sweat. Riser man stands before you. And you gotta do the jungle. Riser chop! Riser kick! Here
There
we
you go.
recognize Kamen Rider Black, aka Mask Rider for those who are the Saban era.
That's from the original Kamen Rider. That's Kamen Rider Ichigo's opening.
That too.
Who is this on picture on screen? I have no
Dark
idea who
Watch.
this is. Oh, this is from a video game?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, all right. I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah,
I guess
we
this
gotta
is
get you up.
It is criminally underrated.
Oh, Neo appreciates you, Humble. So there you go. You got some love.
Aw, thank you.
But yeah,
Yeah, maybe that's a genre that has not been looked into yet. It sounds interesting. I like the
Well,
concept.
I want to I would say it hasn't been explored all that. The Weird West subgenre hasn't been explored all that much. Because even though we are seeing a renaissance of westerns among other things
Dinosaurs
like
almost made a comeback. Not to
the
cut
weird
you off, Dom. Dinosaurs almost made a comeback.
that too.
They're
But
kind of making a comeback. 65
but
is not that comeback though, but they are making a comeback. Go on, Dom. Continue.
as I was as I was saying, besides the renaissance, like in westerns such as one TV show called Longmire, which is based off a book series called the Walt Longmire Mysteries. Mysteries like we haven't seen the Weird West subgenre being explored all that much. Now, would you guys consider that a blessing in disguise? Because it was right now, like the fake geeks and the majority of these modern writers would create a bastardization or misrepresentation of this subgenre of Western.
I'd say the latter, but yeah, they don't know exactly how to do a weird western or a mixture of anything. They 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 wouldn't even know how guns work at all in a western. They wouldn't even put guns in the western.
Right, right.
So, so it is a blessing in disguise that they haven't touched it.
Yes, I agree, Dom. It would absolutely be, first of all, like he said, they don't know how to write characters. So their only minds would be about, well,
Well,
what message can we send with that? Well, if we have vampires, the vampires have to be the good guys because, vampires are good. We have to make them good. They can't have any faults. There's no villains except for the white man cowboys. They'll be the villains and the vampires will be good. And that's what they're going to be thinking about, you know.
um,
And that picture they definitely, I'm sorry, Wolf, they would not have that. Oh no,
oh,
that is too
No,
sexy.
no.
Can't have that, you
well,
know.
it's not just that, but much like regular Western, like the Weird West is a period piece, so you want to be accurate of the time period.
Exactly. Exactly. But their minds are twisted and stupid, so they're not going to think about accuracy. All they're going to be thinking about is what representation can we get out of this. I get what you're saying, but I'm seeing how they're going to be thinking and why it wouldn't be good. I agree with you. It has to be accurate, but still have that flavor of mystery as this game you're telling me about.
Well,
We
it's not
lost
it's
Treat
not a
Williams.
Yes, I don't know who Cormac McCarthy. I don't know who that is, but Treat
Damn
Williams did
it!
that.
I like
Hmm.
Treat.
Dark Watch it's not a straight up mystery. It is a horror fantasy weird west with a good mix of steampunk as well.
Hmm.
Hmm.
See, if they do it like a steampunk, I would be interested. I've never been a fan of westerns, that genre. That genre is not my favorite genre. My father loves westerns. He has a whole collection of them, film and television.
Why you call it that?
What? Westerns?
Yes. I know there was
It,
an A in Western.
well, oh, it's westerns. I thought that's what I said. Did I say westerns?
Yes, again, for the third time.
Okay, how is it said then?
Western. Stern.
Western.
Stern.
Now you get me sound like a cowboy. Western.
You remind me when I
That
was
Western.
you remind me when I was
Say it like the
8. I used
South.
to say it like that too, I think.
Well, we do. Well, if you want an example like of a work that is Western in the modern era, we have Rango.
Yeah, Ringo's cool. Ringo's life.
I think thank goodness it didn't get a sequel because it told a complete story.
I think they're in talks about it though.
Wait a minute now. Back to this. So westerns. If you're talking about wait a minute, if you're talking about the genre itself, it's just westerns. It's not a western.
What?
Because I'm
It's
not
never been a western.
okay. Well, I'm
Why,
going by
why are you saying it like that?
It's Western, not Western.
Okay, I'm just hey, I'm going by what I've heard other people say. I'm going by what other people have said. No one's correct me. So from this day forth, westerns. Got it.
I never did like No Country for Old Men.
Oh,
Yeah, like I said, for me, for the westerns, it has to have something interesting about it, like Cowboys and Aliens. The normal
They ain't gonna let you live it down, Leia.
no, like they'll haunt me forever. Who is John Romaine Senior Williams? Who's that?
Romita Senior, John Romita Jr.'s comic book writer. John Romita Jr.'s father.
Oh, is there
He
a
has
famous
worked
comic?
on he has worked on Marvel Comics in the past. He was pretty infamous for his Daredevil stuff too. He was the artist for Daredevil, alongside his son.
I thought his name sounded familiar.
well, John Romita Sr. He's been with Marvel for decades.
Yeah.
And he's also the artist who took over Spider-Man after Steve Ditko left.
Okay, he's a legend. I thought his name sounded familiar. I just could not.
Oh my god, Aaron, you're so fucking cool. Holy shit.
Okay, well,
Hey, that's like
I
having a
don't know
bridge
what-
then.
okay, but all right, throw that in there. Okay. I was just going to say for westerns, it would have to be something like Cowboys and Aliens or the video game you just described to me, Jonah Hex, something like that.
Look,
would
we're not gonna
interest me.
stay on this too long.
We can move on. I was just saying if that would get my attention.
Oh, since we talking about something like Dark Watch, let's talk about the Turok games for a bit.
I don't know what that is, so I'm gonna let you guys
Oh,
run that.
I'm
Just
not familiar
sit
with
down,
that.
Leia, and Wolf and I will explain Turok.
Well, start off as a comic book series that not many people heard of that much.
Yeah, it
And they-
started out like in Gold Key until it had a major comeback in the '90s through Jim Shooter's Valiant Comics publishing company.
Mm-hmm. And then it got a video game series in the 64 days. And then got a prequel during PS2 era, Xbox era, and GameCube. Then later got a sort of reboot that killed the franchise.
Yeah, we don't talk about the 2008 Turok.
And it's funny enough, I didn't even get a chance to beat that game. I was at the end too. That fucking T-Rex kept fucking me up.
Oh, I know which level you're talking about.
I was like, Jesus Christ, you weren't this damn hard earlier, bitch. Last time I shot your ass, you was not this damn hard. How the hell you get this damn hard? Bitch, eat me up every single time, knocking me over and shit.
Wolf was playing his game again.
No, that was my experience playing that game.
Oh, okay.
At that point of the game.
Now, with Turok, it's a action adventure and science fiction series.
With a Native American.
Mm-hmm.
And
And again, like,
dinosaurs.
well, also, like Turok was popular back in the day, like even before he made his return, like in the '90s through Jim Shooter.
Mm-hmm. You're not gonna elaborate?
Well, when you think about like, with Valiant Comics, like they were able to acquire for like three characters: Turok, Magnus the Robot Fighter, and Doctor Solar. So with those three characters, they become like one of the major figures like in the classic Valiant universe of the '90s. And so for a while, like nobody was really using Turok. Turok like after like Gold Keys like went out of business. Even though like Jim Shooter like didn't write Turok, like he helped pave the way in making that series his comeback during the '90s before the crash of '96.
Okay. Did you even beat that game? Did you even play any of the games, Dom?
I
Like I
did,
have?
I did, but I didn't start with the first one with Nintendo 64. I actually played Turok like on the PS2.
Then you played Evolution.
Yeah,
Figures.
but even so, no, I did read the comic books.
I didn't ask all of that. I just remember the time where it was fun blasting a raptor apart and watching it gag for air as it was choking on its own blood. Same thing with the hunters and the poachers, with that music playing in the background and going through portals, solving all manner of puzzles and what have you. You know, this is around the time of Dino Crisis era too. I'm trying to look for a picture of Torok Dinosaur Hunter so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, we'll have to make do with a good render. Excuse me. Which is pretty interesting because the first Turok is Tau Set. Have you heard of him? Turok is actually a title that you give to a main protagonist, and they are the
I
ones
know
that are
that.
of the light. I'm telling this for everybody's sake.
So anyway, it's like Ride of Kuzunoha of the Shin Megami Tensei series. It's not a name, but a title that is passed on to the descendants of the he passed on to a new person. Like Wolf said, like with Turok, it is not a name of a person, but it's a title that is passed on through generations.
I am Turok. Don't worry, Humble. Oh wow, Humble will return pretty soon.
No problem. We'll wait for her.
Anything else you guys want to talk about? I know there's some other people that suggested something.
Well, I was going to briefly discuss. I found out today. You don't have to stay on it, but Marvel's whole slate of movie and streaming shows have been pushed back, way back.
Just discovered that today.
Yeah, not that I'm excited for anything. I've been out of them for a long time, but I guess due to this writer's strike, which I don't know why are the writers striking, and that they heard the actors may strike, they can't make anything. So they're stuck. So their slate has been pushed back as far as 2027, 24, 25. So projects that they thought were coming up have been pushed back. But to be honest with you guys,
Well,
I'm not excited about anything, really, to be really honest. But it's just an interesting little call here that I think so. Some things are still going to come out. Loki 2, the streaming show, is in October. I did not know that was coming, but now it is. And what can I
God
remember?
damn it! I want to write for that damn show so badly.
I wish I
So I
could
can
write for all of
so I can finally so I can finally change Sophie into freaking Amora the Enchantress. 'Cause that's where she should have made her fucking debut. And no, not just there to shit on Loki or beat his ass, just
hmm
basically locked up in there with him and helping him escape, and they go off to adventures together,
Yeah,
making
that's what I.
mischief and fun. And then that's where they make their daughter Helen. That's where we get Thor Ragnarok.
That's what I thought the show was going to be, what you just
It's like,
described.
damn, like why the fuck do you make a fucking copy, a female copy of Loki when you have Amora the
Oh
Enchantress? Like these motherfuckers really don't pay attention to any characters at all, do they?
no, they do not. They do not.
Well,
The writers that they've hired have no idea, love, passion, or knowledge of the genre. They really don't. That's why it doesn't feel like it's supposed to feel.
You gonna say
It,
something? You gonna say something? Humble.
uh, I haven't been paying attention to the stuff on TV.
Good.
yeah, I would
Rot
say
your
good.
brain.
You're not missing anything. Don't worry about it.
I
Move
mean,
on.
the fact that the TV show The Chosen, which is a show about Jesus, has actually been on a cable network, has shown it's gotten pretty popular.
Wait a minute. There's a show about Jesus on a television network.
Well,
It's the
Yeah.
first time
for
I heard
context,
about it.
well, for context, it's an adaptation of American Jesus, The Chosen, written by Mark Miller with the art by Peter Gross.
Oh wow.
It has gotten to be pretty popular, and it does have some pretty good scene writing in it.
No,
It's per
American.
it. Oh, sorry.
But the source material, like American Jesus, The Chosen, it's actually only written well. Well, but it didn't really call. But I can understand. I understand like why they changed it to The Chosen, because like, well, only the titular American Jesus was born in America.
Me
I
too.
think we're talking about two different TV shows. The Chosen, I remember, was the one off of Angel Network, and it is literally about the life of Jesus Christ.
I
Wow.
didn't know that show was on TV. I have no idea. This is my first
Oh,
time hearing about it, Humble.
oh wow. Yeah, we really are talking about different Chosen.
Yeah, that's how much I haven't been paying attention to the TV.
That's how bad TV has run so far.
yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
since the late 2000s.
Really shows you how
it.
terrible TV has been managing itself. Really, when you have so many shows with almost the same, almost similar titles.
Similar
Well,
titles, similar writing.
we don't have competent showrunners to write the ship and make sure nobody steps out of line.
Dom is correct. We don't have good showrunners, and we don't have good network executives like it was back in the day.
Well, how
And
about we
also,
stop
see,
worrying too much about what showrunners are not doing and worry about what showrunners are doing, shall we? Have you guys
oh,
picked up anything that showrunners have done that actually met your expectations or even exceeded your expectations so far?
okay, put on the Jeopardy music while I think.
Damn, that bad, huh?
Yes, that is
Well,
for me.
Nine 9 years to Neptune has actually been on Ishi Stream when Ralts was talking about people who would go into space. He ended up basically explaining every character off of the TV show 9 Years to Neptune, which is basically a Muppet show about a space crew that is as dysfunctional as you can make them.
That sounds like a party.
It is. You have the human relations member of the crew who used to be a hostage negotiator.
Oh
The
wow.
French robot chef that wants to kill all humans.
This is scaringly sounding like something you would write, Humble. This is
It
sound like a story entry for Corkhorn.
it almost does. It almost does. But what makes it funny is I'm not the one who wrote it. It was actually done by a guy who has no experience in puppeteering in general, and he ended up making an entire Muppet show about people in space.
If it works, it works
There's
apparently.
there's even a female Starscream who's a mad scientist.
A female Starscream, you say? Who dares interrupt my experimentations? Experimentation, science lady? This is bad comedy.
Yeah, but make the captain she wants to overthrow be a guy who has named all of his abs.
Named all of his abs.
Yes, he used to be an actor for various action movies.
And he named all of his abs.
He is very full of himself.
Checks out.
Sounds like a lovely party. Yeah, child. I said the
What?
same.
Whoa! Humble. Humble, not you. No. Child! Why would you succumb? Why would you succumb to that? You knew what it was about.
Sometimes there are TV shows like that out there.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. Maybe that's a question I would raise, guys. Here's the thing. I don't mind shows where you turn off your brain and just enjoy it, but I still think they gotta have a common sense in writing. I think now was turning me off, and maybe this is me, is that I think some shows are so out there and dumb minded, it's hard to really enjoy it. I'm trying. Let me see if I could name a show that is incredibly silly, but it's smart silly.
Let me
You
answer.
follow me?
Let me explain to Eloise down there. The appeal of Muppets. Well, to have an appeal, to have it to be appealed to you, you have to first be. I would say you have to have a liking to marionettes, puppets per se, because that's basically what Muppets really are. Muppets are puppets, but under a different name. So that's where the appeal goes there. I mean, yes, you have the googly eyes that make them look like very scary to look at
Well,
in Uncanny
you
Valley.
can have. There is Jim Henson. There is Sesame Street. Well, Sesame Street basically is Jim Henson, so same deal. And then
Hmm.
there's like the ones like the Dark Crystal.
Hmm. Definitely. Well, that's also Jim Henson.
Oh, there we go.
So basically, what we're saying, stick to Jim Henson. That's where they look less scary.
Sorry, Child of Flower. I couldn't get into the Pink Lady show. It's too much for me.
Hey,
Did you
Leia, have you
sample
ever
it?
seen the anime Nichijou?
No, it doesn't sound familiar
She
to me,
ain't much
Humble.
of an
Sorry.
anime person.
Yeah, I'm not knowledgeable of anime. I'm sorry. I'm not much of an anime person. The way a lot of you are knowledgeable.
Nichijou is one of those turn your brain off and enjoy animes.
What's it called again?
Nichijou?
Spell it.
Nichijou.
Ah. Oh. It's Moe.
The high school principal in there, reverse German suffixes a deer. That's just the tip of the iceberg.
We probably have to talk about this sometime. Nichijou, My Ordinary Life. Interesting. Is anybody else familiar with this?
Now, Nichijou is the Japanese equivalent to regular show before regular show came to be.
Okay, I'm sold. Who besides me like regular show?
I kind of
I
liked
do.
it.
Yeah, it has its moments. I kind of like some of it.
I remember I was in elementary school when not elementary. I was in middle school when a regular show aired, and that was the start of a renaissance for Cartoon Network because it was going through a slog.
I watched it with my nephews when I babysat them, but I just didn't get it. But he loved it. But sometimes I would look at. I guess it's one of my films of stupid but fun. But sometimes, like, what is this? So I don't want to break. I don't want to break the joy you guys are having. But maybe because I was an adult when that aired, that aired, and my nephews loved it, so I let them enjoy it. You know.
One of the appeals of a regular show is it reminded me of animated shows from the 90s. Where it's not limited to just the kids demographic, but it was essentially all ages where kids and adults felt like can enjoy them.
Yeah, but it was
The
a
problem
fucking
with regular
gumball
show is that they
machine.
got to use fucking guns in that damn show instead of laser.
Oh
guns.
yeah, and
Man.
they got
Well,
they
lasers
got
are
away.
here, but yeah, they do use guns.
They
They
got
kill a lot
regular
of people in that damn show too.
that show got away with a lot of stuff. I remember like in season one, like I was like, whoa, they got away with saying crap, piss, and that's
It
just
took me
it.
a while to realize that they were using freaking guns when Muscle Man had a fucking shotgun in his hand. He started blasting the
You
shit out of a bush.
you didn't know?
I didn't know they were using guns until he had one in his hand. He started blasting the bush. I was like, wait. Whoa, run that back. Are they using guns? Are they using guns? Wow.
I can't believe
And
you missed that.
Well, I was drawing time. I was fucking just spacing out for a while because it was a regular show marathon. I was like, it was just regular show through and through, and then Muscle Man started blasting. I'm hearing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's a shotgun. Regular show is using real guns. What the fuck? Oh, I'm watching. Oh, I'm paying attention now.
Hey, Batman the animated series, like they allowed the characters to use guns.
I didn't say they. I just noticed that they were using guns. They were using actual kinetic guns. I was like, damn, regular show hardcore.
And of course, and again, as mentioned earlier, like the characters, like even like early seasons, like they were able to swear, but not really cursing. Cursing, they only like say crap among other things, so like mild swear words.
I didn't get it sometimes, but like I said, my nephews enjoyed it. Sometimes I watch like, what the heck was this again? But you know,
That's why I said like it reminded me of the old animated shows from the 90s where like the humor like it'll fly over kids' heads, but to adults who are watching it, like they appreciate it.
Is that the one with the talking gumball machine?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
And
yeah.
he's
See,
Yeah,
that's
and he's
that'll be
bossy
that'll
too.
be that'll be Benson.
Yep.
Yeah,
Benson.
he's
it's a talking,
bossy.
but it's a gumball machine. It's a man with a balloon for a head, and then you
A
got
swollen head.
a pigeon, and what was the other
No,
guy?
Blue Jay.
Man? A Blue Jay.
Mordecai's a Blue Jay.
Okay, Mordecai's the Blue Jay. Who was this? Who was this old friend again? The skunk. What
Or
was that?
Rigby.
Rigby, he's a raccoon.
Okay, Rigby's raccoon. There's a gumball machine. There's an albino gorilla that likes to skip.
Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeti.
He's a Yeti.
Oh,
That's why they
Yeti,
call him
whatever.
Skips.
Yeah, and I guess, like you said, I guess that the adults got the humor, but my nephews were able to get it too because they watched it even as they got into their adolescence. But sometimes I would go, okay, maybe I'm not hip to this, and I know this is not Mel Blanc in the Looney Tunes, but I'm trying to understand the connection between the talking gumball machine and the man with the big head and a big swole head and the Yeti and the Blue Jay and his raccoon and all the other wacky people that lived in that area. But hey, it worked, but it took a long time for me to get the concept, guys. Because that's a talking gumball machine.
You're not
That's
alone.
a talking gumball machine. Okay, I get the Blue Jay and I get the raccoon and maybe perhaps the skipping Yeti. It was a Yeti, not a gorilla. It was a Yeti. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get that. But the man
I
with
try
the
to
big
mimic
head.
skips. It's hard.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
something.
unique way of
That's-
skipping.
Yeah. But here's a fun fact about the creator, like J.G. Quintel. So like he actually one of his first works was the Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
I hate that show. Flapjack just annoyed me.
It had some low key creepy stuff in it.
I can't remember.
And-
all-
Go on.
Go ahead, Humble.
I was just thinking about Candy Wife from the Mysterious Adventures of Flapjack.
Now Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack.
The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack, featuring Flapjack and
I never
the
liked Chowder either.
and the small clips of, I don't know,
Really?
Candy Guy with his Candy Wife, and it looked like an episode from The Shining.
You didn't. Wow, Wolf. You didn't like Chowder?
Mm-mm.
All right. Share with us. Why you didn't like Chowder?
I think it was around that time where I was getting really tired of random cartoons where they're just these hyperactive characters that just can't stop talking. I don't know. And hell, I will tell you this: Blue almost made me quit Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Well, yeah, I
Blue was
can
being-
understand what. I can
Yeah, Blue
understand why. Why? Because like he was the cartman of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
The Blue Jay, the little Frankenstein guy, and there was a floating hand. Is that the floating hand at the end?
High
High
Five
Five
Ghost.
That's High
Okay.
Five Ghost.
Okay, high five ghost. Okay,
No.
I'll give this guy, and then there's a Frankenstein boy.
No,
Muscle Man.
most
He re-
man just has green skin.
He represents white trash.
However, like back then, he really did live up to his nickname of Muscle Man.
Yeah, he's pretty strong when you piss him off.
Oh yeah, even if like physically he's out of shape, he is still strong.
Would he be considered out of shape if he's that damn strong? I don't know. Skips is immortal though. That was pretty rad. Are we running out of steam, guys?
No, I've got some. I mean, it's kind of how long you guys want to go.
We had someone asking about Inuyasha and what we all thought of Yashahime.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Child of the Flower asking if anyone here is Inuyasha fans.
I
Ooh,
was
yes.
for a time. I'm more a fan of the
I
movies than the series on the whole.
I was a big fan of it in junior high and high school.
Have you ever read the manga?
Oh damn.
Oh
Here we
yes,
go.
the manga is
Here
the
you go.
best iteration. The manga is the best iteration because it got all the stuff and it puts it all together.
Oh yeah, very much. Much,
I
and
I
you can tell
want
like
to
much like
change the
you can tell
world.
much like with Rama one had like Rumiko like Takahashi like she used like the culture at the time like to her advantage because yeah she was utilizing like Japanese history as large category of yokai, but also in Inuyasha, like she created like really original yokai that aren't even like part of Japan's history and mythology.
oh yeah, the manga is also bloodier than the anime,
Oh
surprisingly.
yeah, very bloody.
Yeah,
Just
the anime wants
about
to focus on teen drama and all that shit.
I mean, like,
eh,
in the original source material, like it was, yes, like it has teen drama, but it wasn't the major focus.
it. I think it did pretty good with some of its subplots and a bit of its comedy. The part that made it really funny was that all the girls in my school were swooning over Sesshomaru because he was
No shit.
the girly edgelord. And I'm thinking, this
Oh,
dude put his
oh man,
finger
I
to his
believe it.
brother's eye. I mean, why the heck did people think he was hot?
I just like him because he's the big brother. How clumsy of you, Inuyasha. You will hand over Tetsaiga and our father's claim. I would not be. I would not share the same room with a half-breed like you. Sesshomaru, is there anything you will want to protect? What did you say, father? There's not a damn thing I want to protect. He ends up protecting his own
Oh,
fucking little
yes,
brother.
oh yeah.
And hey, and he saves a little random girl.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
had no business saving in the first place, but he does it anyways because he's freaking Sesshomaru. He doesn't need to explain his. He doesn't need to explain himself to a damn person, a damn soul at all. He's a full
The part
demon.
the part that made him
The
really funny was
whole demon,
Jockin was his
he definitely
number
fun.
one fanboy
Uh-huh.
And cheerleader.
and cheerleader, yeah. Oh, and then ended up being impromptu babysitter.
Yep.
That's true.
Yes, it's Sesshomaru.
Like that.
Oh, Jockin. I won't be
That
listening to. I won't be watching and babysitting like this. Look. Okay, I'll do it.
now Yoshihime, even though like Rumiko Takahashi like wasn't like involved completely because like she only worked on the character designs for the sequel. It's not all that good. However,
It,
I will say that Yoshihime that it's not as bad as Boruto.
I think it got a little bit better in the second half when all of the plot points started to come together.
But really,
A man after your heart, Leia.
Oh, I don't even know who this is. I'm sorry.
Can we just? Can we just? Can we just stop? Can we? Can we just stop and take a moment that Leia got humble to laugh hard and loud?
I don't even. If this was someone that I knew, I would say, "Wolf, you know me well," but I don't know who this is.
It's Sashomaru.
I'm sorry, forgive me.
That's one of the movie characters, is it?
No,
No.
that's Inuyasha's big brother, Sashomaru.
Yeah, but did we first see him in the movie? One of the
No,
movies.
we saw him in the
No, no,
series
no.
proper.
No, we saw.
Oh.
Yeah, in both the manga as well as the anime.
Oh.
Well, heck, his full demon form is literally a demented Springer Spaniel.
Somebody, there's a picture of him flipping the bird. It's one of his. It's one of their little hand poses, but they modify it to make it look like like he's flipping the bird. Holy shit, man! Wait, the things that people get away with freaking.
Well, it was during. It was still during a time where everyone was allowed to have fun, be it the audience as well as the artists.
Oh, I'm gonna show his dog form soon, so that Leia can pet him.
Oh my good lord! I'm not the.
Well, I will.
I'm not the fan here.
No.
Humble.
I want to ask. You, like, what are your?
Go ahead, Dom.
Well, I want to ask these guys, like, what are their thoughts on Marco as a villain in fiction? Like, how was he well utilized, or were there the overarching big bad of Inuyasha?
Oh, fuck him!
That's why I asked you guys, like, what are your honest thoughts about him, like, as a villain in fiction?
He couldn't die fast enough.
I am not really familiar with that because I'm still watching Visions of Escaflowne.
Yes,
Okay.
the-
Fuck
All right.
Naraku. He
Wait,
couldn't die fast
Humble.
enough.
eh.
Let Wolf finish.
No, I'm venting. The motherfucker cannot die fast enough. Every single time. They always talk about Naraku. Man, can y'all fucking kill his ass already? There's plenty of other bad guys y'all taking. You're dealing with other bad guys enough. I'm so sick of this overarching motherfucker. Can we get back to Saturday morning villains already?
The better overarching villain was the. Now let's see. We had the one girl who had a crush on someone. Oh, actually, they're one-shot villains. The guy with the giant humanoid tank. That gang were actually better overarching villains.
Oh, them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good call.
And the warriors with the weapon warriors, whatever the fuck they call.
Yeah.
You know,
see,
what's his name? Name somewhere with a B.
I
What's
don't-
his name again?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Boketsu's crew.
Yeah, they
Boketsu, right?
were effective. Yeah, they were like he and his crew like were effective as overarching villains.
Voiced by
when
Ryo the
I was-
Wildfire from Ronin Warriors, by the way.
Yeah, but wait to briefly go back to Naraku. Okay, like, when I was rereading the manga, like, it has like aged well in most places. However, when it comes like to characters, with Naraku, like most especially as an overarching villain, he overstayed his welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Like I understand like from a creative standpoint, like what Rumiko was doing like in making him a very very intimidating presence, which is all well and good. However, even like, if he has that intimidating and danger factor, and how he manipulated each of the characters, like even behind the scenes without lifting a finger, there's a time and place where he needs to be taken down and not so held on to, because like there is such thing of killing your darlings, and that includes your villains.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you think Dave Filoni would even respond to that with Ahsoka?
The guy, he's really doing like among other things like what not to do as a writer.
Mm-hmm.
pack too much into your sock puppet character.
And characters rather because Grogu.
I don't think Fedoni is really a very outstanding writer. I think it's more like he does what he's told.
He was, but damn it, we had to wait
Was,
42 episodes
but
for this motherfucker to die. And there were
well,
so
not
many
to,
dumb ways of how he got away from death.
well, not just 42 episodes, but also like yeah, like long chapters and volumes in order for him to be taken down for good.
Look, I rather subscribe to the idea of cutting up all of his demons that he absorbed. That would, for me, that would have worked. Like that would have justified how long it took for them to kill his ass, because he has so many demons inhabiting his body, and for each demon that they faced was a Saturday morning villain, and for each
Yeah,
demon that they slay was a part of Nuraku, and Kagome could sense that because Nuraku tainted the Shikon jewel through through Kikyo, and since God damn it, I'm writing the damn story better than this bitch did,
I mean,
or rather, I'm writing
look,
this villain better than this bitch did.
well, now don't get it twisted. Like Rumiko Takahashi, she is a talented mangaka and has made some
Yeah,
like
she is.
great works that are timeless.
Yeah, she
However,
is.
however, much like other creators like in the East and as well as the West, like she is not shielded from critique.
Well, no, you know what? I take it back. I don't think it was really her fault with the anime. I think it was the anime's fault for
Yeah,
padding out his
yeah,
death.
that's like
I'm
yeah,
pretty
that's what
sure.
I
I'm
was
pretty
like
sure.
thinking because I
I'm
feel like
pretty sure
because
his
with
death
the
was
manga,
a
like
lot sooner in the
she has an
manga.
end game for Naraku. But what I don't get is like why do the animators like have to prolong Naraku?
I did kind of miss his baboon suit too. Like as soon as the baboon suit came off, he started to look less appealing. Wouldn't you agree, Dom, or do you disagree?
I would actually after like think like I said after I reread after I reread and rewatched the series some time ago. Yeah, like at first I would say, I would say like I would disagree with you, but however, with hindsight being 2020, without the baboon suit, yeah, he lost the appeal as an overarching intimidating villain.
Like the imagery is just flat out just oozes just creep factor. Just don't want to be
Yeah,
in the
because
same
you don't
room
know.
with him.
Yeah, so it also leaves out a mystique because like you don't know like what he actually looks like because he started out as a human, but he essentially pulled a Dio Brando and gave up his humanity by becoming a demon himself.
If nothing else, I want him to keep this. Oh wow, humble turn on her. I'm not gonna put her into until she turn off her camera. Not that it mattered because the damn picture was covering it up anyways. See, that's what he looked like in his baboon suit.
Yeah, see, with the baboon suit, like there's a mystery surrounding him.
And his theme song.
And that's suspenseful.
It's kind of sad when you factor in the anime, the freaking movies have better antagonists than the main antagonists in the damn show, and they were one-offs.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
it's
butterfly demon dude, I forgot his name, or that mirror bitch from that
yeah,
one sequel that I did not like that much.
yeah. Like
Though I grew
if
to
the one of
appreciate the second watch.
it shows like if the one-off villains like in the movies like have more appeal than the end-game villain, then it says a lot about like where the animators were taking the adaptation of the manga.
I always had that
Hmm.
Kohaku nonsense. Jesus Christ, that kid was annoying. Songo's little brother.
I know. Yeah, it makes sense for him like to not
I would.
really keep him alive, like because like he was like being controlled like by Naraku. Naraku. So like
Now,
it would.
now I want to ask Les' opinion. Does this design strike you anyway? Any fancy?
It's interesting to say it strikes my fantasy. Well, Wolf, I have to be honest.
Strikes me as scary.
Yeah,
Oh, I was 17, 16 when I saw Naraku in his baboon suit, and I was like, man, I want to know more about you. Especially when he's holding up that piece of Shikon jewel. I think that's the episode where he gives I think he gives somebody a Shikon jewel. I think it was a demon.
is this person a good person or a villain or a bad
Oh
guy
no no
or?
no Naraku. No, Naraku. He's a villain.
I see. Okay, well, at
Yeah,
least I'll say that.
he's an elemental manipulative villain.
The third movie
Hmm.
will only be the best because it was a well written story, and the
I
third
agree.
movie of Inuyasha is Source of an Honorable Ruler, and the only reason why that one is the best is because it does some things that really hit home to us Inuyasha fans, and one of the things was the question of who was Inuyasha's parents, what were they like, and for a brief opening of the movie, we got just about enough of what. Why am I talking this shit? We need to do this as an anime spotlight one day.
Hmm.
Let me conclude. We saw Rokotaru, who was Inuyasha's father, and we saw more of Inuyasha's mother for a brief moment that was. But we also the highlight of the movie was the brothers' relationship, both Inuyasha and Sesshomaru, which was really, really, really well handled. Anyone ever seen a white baboon? That don't exist, man. That's an albino. They ain't gonna last that long. You know, albino animals don't last that long. They don't even like more so. They don't survive in the wild, but they have a shorter lifespan than a regular animal, from what I heard.
Hmm.
Yeah, everybody talk
Mhm.
about, oh, it would be so nice to own an albino animal. Yeah, for the brief seconds of his
'Cause,
life, that
well,
is. It's like that thing ain't gonna let. Like, man, it's good that you gave it a home. It's good that you care for it, but don't get too attached to it. Right, humble.
Yeah.
Number one, what 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 do albinos face on a daily basis? What kind of health
Uh,
issues?
well, let's see. Sunburn, genetic
Damn,
conditions,
damn,
some forms of Down syndrome if they're inbred enough.
damn,
Oh, also predators, because predators love walking, sitting ducks.
damn. I'm talking in case of humans though. Oh, we ain't got that far. Okay.
Oh, okay. Someone in the chat there posed a question about the DCEU about the addition of the Authority. Who did he do? I forgot who directed that to.
Where the fuck is the authority?
I have
the
no
author-
idea,
the
but
authority. The Authority is a sequel and spin-off to Stormwatch from Wildstorm. Wildstorm essentially it's made up of Stormwatch Black, of Jack Hawksworth, Jenny Sparks, and Swift, Switch, who was a longtime member of the Stormwatch team, or essentially a United Nations sanctioned superhero team, and they also included Apollo, Midnighter, the engineer, as well as the doctor, their magic user. Essentially, the goal of the authority is to be more proactive in taking down the bad guys. However, they are willing to use force. Willing to use force since, and they also like if they have to like kill their opponents. And this series was made by Warren Ellis.
Hmm.
They are essentially Dom is right in every way. I am not familiar with them myself. They're described as sort of like anti-heroes in their own way. Um,
That's the best. That is the best way to describe the authority. Well,
yeah.
if you want a clear comparison, think of the Elite from What's So Funny About Truth, Justice, the American Way. That was Joe. That is the DC Universe's equivalent to the Authority, but they also serve as Joe Kelly's
Let me
rebuttal
interject real quick.
towards Warren Ellis and the Authority.
Let me go ahead and interject. So these guys are in the DCEU.
Yes, James Gunn wants to develop a project for them, and I believe it was greenlit by Warner Brothers
When did they
to
pop
make
up?
something.
What movie?
I have no idea, Wolf. It's so unorganized over there. I don't know when. I don't know whether they're going to be a service for HBO Max, a show, excuse me, or he's just going to do a
What
whole film.
movie did they get referenced or popped up in?
They
I
Did they
don't
haven't.
know.
pop up in
This
one
was
of the DCEU movies,
no,
No,
they
they ha-
was
haven't.
it announced?
This will be their no. This will be their debut.
Okay. Well, we got GI Joe in the Transformers universe now. Oh, did I say that
really.
out loud?
Eh.
Really?
Yep. GI
Is that
Joe is crossing over with the Bayformers Transformers.
okay? Is that some sort of post-credit scene in the new Transformers movie, or is that an
Mm-hmm.
announcement?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Post
if
credits.
they're gonna,
Well, and it wasn't.
if they're
No,
gonna,
actually, no. No, actually, it's not post credits. It was actually the very end of the movie. The
What?
post credit scene.
well,
The
if they're
post
gonna
credit
do a
scene was just
crossover
was just a
between
revival
Transform,
of a character.
well, if they're gonna do a crossover between GI Joe and Transformers, then it's best to ignore the Snake Eyes.
Wait,
Wolf,
what?
do you
I mean,
What?
like,
I
if they're
heard
gonna do a
Snake Eyes.
crossover, I mean, like they ignore the Snake Eyes movie.
Okay.
Wait, do they ignore the Snake Eyes movie?
They better. That movie's terrible. I haven't even seen it yet, and I know it's
I'm
terrible.
still I'm still disappointed at Larry Hama like for bending the knee and not actually well speak up against it because it was like they bastardized his baby.
I kind of lost interest when they decided, let's make the white ninja Asian and make him not have the super scarred face. And those two major points of his character.
And
You're like,
who still keeps his tongue.
yeah.
Yeah, and yet like Larry Hama actually defended that swap instead of speaking out against it.
which he should have spoke
He's
out
the
against
creator,
it.
right?
Yeah, but Larry Hama is the creator of GI Joe for the comic book version.
Hmm.
He
That's
should
a
have
Yeah.
shame.
spoke out against it because the movie, like you said, it was horrible. What do you think about this idea of adding GI Joe to Transformers? Smart?
I'm looking forward to it. I
Mm,
want to see. I want to see how well they. In fact, I'm dying to see if they're gonna fucking ignore it like they ignored the fact that oh like they ignored a lot of shit in the previous films. Like the fact that Earth
But
is Unicron. Oh, they fixed that. They fucking fixed that.
How?
No,
in the latest Transformers movie,
yeah,
good,
he's no longer Earth. I was
good.
happy about it, but I was like damn, man, that was the worst thing Bay has ever done in Transformers was make Earth Unicron. Like fuck off. But no, yeah, they they decided to make him his own entity. Um, he only sent in three acolytes to look for us. Oh my god, it's the same shit yet again from the Bayformers films. You pick up one little item to activate a big fuck all machine. I'm so sick and tired of that damn trope. Oh, and they do the beam in the sky trope, but it's orange this time, not blue. Actually, it makes sense though. Though they do rip off the end the final act fight of Avengers though.
Mm.
One of
Only
these
difference
days,
is it's not in the city. It's actually in a desolate location, which is really nice. Though, like I said, Ishii stream today, that title is misleading. I ain't seen no damn beast rising. The freaking
Yeah,
Maximal, the freaking Maximals barely even factor that much into this damn movie. Yet they're the ones that the plot is surrounded by.
so the question is, why utilize the descendants of the Autobots? What was if they're not being major players of their own story?
Also, I didn't like Optimus' characterization in this movie. Like, you think Optimus was way more psychotic in the fourth and fifth movie? Dude is way psychotic and freaking just grumpy throughout this whole damn movie.
Well, that's unlike Optimus.
And they had the nerve to kill off Bumblebee early in the damn film, even though the trailer.
A grumpy leader of the Autobots despite being called Optimus Prime.
And the
Well,
big good.
This but
One of the big goods in the Transformers series.
you wanna know how bad they made Optimus look in this damn movie? This motherfucker was willing to take the key so they could go right back home and leave us to the fate of Unicron.
Now, wow,
how does that sound?
that's very unlike Optimus.
I
No,
was I was laughing on the inside of how they were trying to make Optimus this dipshit leader. Jesus. They were heavy on that shit.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
called.
where is it? What,
and
fellas?
don't get me started.
Where's the respect to Optimus Prime?
Yeah, he's
One
called.
of the major heroes in fiction of all time that people still love to this day.
Yes, he's called Optimus Prime. But heaven forbid anyone who is an aspirational leader with someone who has Optimist in his name.
It took it
Right,
took
final.
it took like Optimus Primal was acting more Optimus Prime than Optimus Prime himself.
So here we have another aspirational hero leader now get struck down and
He wasn't struck down.
deconstructed or reversed.
He still was allowed to be badass. But the thing is, like
But
his
you know
behavior.
something, but it wasn't
I just didn't like
himself
his
though.
behavior. I just did not like
You're
his
right.
behavior. He like
Exactly.
there was never a character that was like trying to prop up themselves to take him down a peg or talk him down. Not necessarily. But like when it came down to his behavior, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with Optimus? This is Age of Extinction Optimus. But the thing is, Age of Extinction Optimus was willing to just toe the line of I'm gonna fuck this guy up because he keep fucking with my people. But he's willing to still protect other humans, regardless of whether he wants to kill one of them or several of them. It's like we knew what path Optimus was heading towards, but he still protected humans. Like in like that was the cold part of his character. He still protected humans. He just wanted that human to go. You know.
It doesn't matter. We have it's another problem we're having where we get leaders. getting struck down, like Final brought out, getting struck down, or I don't know. I can't think of anything except for deconstructing who they're supposed to be, and they're turned into something that they're not, or they're taking away their leadership quality that makes them who they are. A lot of kids look up and like Optimus Prime. It's one of their favorite characters, but another character written to be unlikable. Well, is that a shocker?
I'm more confused as to why they took the resident prick trope and actually stuck it on the aspirational guy, because that's like that's stupid. Because the resident prick is Starscream.
And I was really disappointed that Cheetor didn't get enough lines. Cheetor only said 2 lines in that movie.
Seriously?
Hmm. And he's the Bumblebee of their group. He's supposed to be the Bumblebee of their group. And they did my girl Airraiser dirty too.
Man,
Okay,
that guy got
all right, tell me, what did they do to her?
So the main villain, aside from Unicron, Scourge, infected her with this little hunter trap thing that causes her to turn on her allies. And Optimus Primal. This was silly because Optimus Primal had to put her out, but the way how he put her out was so fucking hilarious. Cause like he grabs her, he gives her in this arm lock, right? Like he got his whole arms around her, right? And she's like, "Do it, do it, Primal." And he just like ease it in more, and then she just dies. Like, it's okay, it's better this way. I was like, but
Whoa!
but he barely tapped you. How the fuck you die? Like he was holding you for a second, but he just tapped you. He just like it's like when you wrap your arm around somebody, right? You wrap your arms around somebody, right? But you give
Right.
them that little itch, and they just go, "Ow!" That like you tighten it a little bit too. You went a little too tight there. That's what it looked like to me, and that's what put her out. And
Why would
what killed me was she never got to transform.
why would they do that to
yeah.
Not once.
Bear
Not once she transformed. I don't understand what was their reasoning. And I'm mad at the fact that RC was a motorcycle. Like they got her in her G1 look, but she's a fucking motorcycle. I was like, what? Wait, hold on. RC should. That's G1 RC. RC should not. G1 RC should not be a fucking motorcycle. She's supposed to be a goddamn car. Give me Marvel
Mm-hmm.
Jelly.
A convertible.
Yes, a convertible. I don't know, Neo. Tigatron wasn't in there. I didn't see Tigatron. She said a lot of them are dead, so I'm gonna assume Tigatron died. Cause the only Maximals that were still around is Cheetor, Rhinox, Airazor, and Primal. But with Airazor gone, that just leaves those three.
That's
Then they had
weird.
Stratomaster or whatever, as a old school World War II B-22 plane, bomber plane, or passenger transport plane, or some shit like that. And he's barely in the fucking movie. And the only reason why he's there is to take him somewhere and transport Bumblebee when they revive him. Oh, and guess what? They actually bring in Energon for the first time. Raw Energon. For the first time in these fucking movies.
So what the heck have they been eating?
Right! Right! And they use it as a plot device to revive Bumblebee.
And they didn't revive Ratchet?
Ratchet was it? The thing is, it's taking place in 1994. So Ratchet has yet to show up, or if he show up at all, assuming he didn't die in Bumblebee on Planet Cybertron. because these none of these movies have a maintained continuity at all, to say the least. But despite all that, I enjoyed it. As dumb as it was. Oh, don't even get start on the misplaced dialogue of the era. One motherfucker literally said, "That's top tier." I'm like, "Excuse me, did he just say that?"
Well, I
What?
heard in reviews that the human characters were the worst part of the movie.
The human characters of Bumblebee and recent Transformer movie are way worse than the characters in the Bayformers films. Surprisingly.
I heard.
Though I will say In the Heights dude actually did a solid job. He wasn't as annoying as some of the characters in the Bayformers films. He was just bland. Like Aaron Taylor Johnson's character in Ford from Godzilla 2014 bland. Like he's ex-ranger that was dishonorably discharged for reasons because apparently he can't play well with others. You know, he can't hold a job, trying to look for a job, got a sick brother. Oh my, and a hard-working single mother.
Well, isn't that a surprise? No dad, no fathers, because you can't have fathers in these movies. Fathers are
No,
not allowed to be
no. Wait, Leia.
Let the man finish.
No. The Transformer movies do have fathers, believe it or not. There's Simmons, though. Though Last Night doesn't even acknowledge his family. In fact, the sequels don't even acknowledge his family at all, which pissed me off about the way how those movies went. Simmons, the Marine guy in the first three films, before he gets the spotlight to Shia LaBeouf,
I remember.
he's a daddy.
Okay.
Mark Wahlberg's character in the later films,
Cade.
Kate Yeager, he's a daddy. And I think Sam Witwicky is a father in those movies too, possibly. Uh uh Homegirl in Bumblebee, she got a stepdad. But he that man, don't even get me started on that guy at all. Problem with Noah's character in the latest movie, they don't really acknowledge the father for some reason. Not once. So I don't know what direction they're going with the later films. I would say safe to say I have concerns too. But all in all, like I said, the action was pretty good, but they just need to iron out characters, plot. Like, truth be told, say what you will about Bay's storytelling with the Transformers. Oh my goodness, they took notes from his playbook. Cause one thing I said this a few circles. The problem I had with the Bayformers films, and Ishii said this too in the early in his early stream today. There is no sense of geography of where everybody's supposed to be, and characters will literally just teleport into the frame. That shit happens here in the recent movie. One moment a character will be one area, then they'll pop in another frame. I was like, that is fucking annoying. Oh, and we do have our Mega Man moment.
Really?
Yeah, apparently a Cybertronian can sacrifice their body to become human power armor. Yes, one of the Cybertronians uh transforms all around Noah and becomes power armor for him. And he literally looks like Mega Man. And you know what? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go. This looks good. I'm okay with this. Let's go. The
Well,
Transformers movies are silly as fuck, so let's get silly.
it's not,
Er,
it's not like with like
Yes.
through that scene, like they're doing that was an Easter egg for the Pretenders.
Right. Or what's his face from Transformers the movie with that new power armor, Transformer power armor they
Yeah, yeah.
had. Trying to look to see, I'm trying to look to see if somebody got a screenshot of that shit because that shit was fucking hilarious, but I loved it. And he was moving. He was moving that he was moving in that armor. The homegirl that pals around with him, she barely did anything. All she did was cipher shit. Decipher shit.
Hmm.
That's all. That like homegirl cannot act. I'm sorry to say that about her. She can't act. She just have one monotone throughout the whole movie. She worked. I I'm like I never would have thought I found another actress that's way worse than freaking what's her face Zendaya
Ouch. That's man. That's really rough.
or Kristen Stewart.
Hmm.
Ooh, that
Big lack,
is that's a low hanging bar.
it's a big
I mean
lack of
she's good in
talent up there.
some parts, but I think she came from somewhere else. See,
Is she a
I'm
woman
looking.
of color?
Yeah,
I think I've seen her on TV. One critic said that. He said that, look, we don't have a problem with a woman of color in lead roles. Just find somebody with talent. And it seems like they're not finding the talented ones. You need to have talent, and we're not getting talent. We're getting tokenized. You should have
anybody know who
talent.
Michael Kelly is?
No, I don't know who that is.
Nope.
So overall, Wolf, my question is: you seem to enjoy the film. I honestly ask you, would you consider this rewatchable?
Not as much as Bumblebee. I will say that it's
Okay,
not something. It's not something. I will say. I would say a no. I would definitely say a no.
because I think again, I have no interest in seeing the film. You saw it, but I think people will see this, and I think within by by the end of summer they will forget about it. I mean, am I wrong?
No, you're right. I'm just
Okay,
checking the comments right now.
okay.
Neil's been very mouthy, and we lost Humble. I don't think she's coming back. It is getting late.
Okay, well, so you want to slow it down and we can close it here. It's up to
Oh,
you.
she's back. I was wrong. Oh,
My browser likes to refresh randomly.
That can happen.
she said. Neil said. So they gave us G1 RC, but the Prime RC transformation. I don't know. You know what they gotta say about RC? I don't know what kind of accent they were giving her in that movie. It sounded a bit southern, but at the same time, Brooklyn-ish or some shit like that. I was like, I like RC in the movie, but the thing is, I'm just like sitting here like, what the fuck is they trying to do with her accent? It's like they kept flipping it around. She was switching between two accents. Either she want to be Southern Belle or Valley Girl-ish. Something like
Maybe she wanted to be like totally the Valley Belle.
I guess. Cause that was really irking me. I was like, what like the hell she's trying to sound like? What is up with that? Cause she was good. She's pretty good. Like how uh Wheeljack is apparently Mexican, despite the fact that he showed up in Dark of the Moon. Was he in Dark of the Moon?
You know, Wheeljack?
Yeah.
I mean, I want to. I want to say that he was, but I need to double check.
Who Eden?
Not me.
Go on,
Well,
man. Sit in the confessional booth.
no, I'm not snacking this time. I already had my
No,
dinner.
I'm not
Maybe,
the.
maybe somebody is snacking.
No,
Neo,
I'm
you
not
Hey,
not
snacking
paying attention
either.
to what I said. We didn't. There ain't no damn Megatron in Rise of the Beast. It's Scourge. By the way,
What I do?
that dude is Michael Keith Neely, and he was the one that inducted him into GI Joe. A
so what
secret
happened?
Hall-
G.I. Joe showed up at the end for like ready to take orders or something, or
No, they hired they brought him in. You know that final scene of Man in Black 2.
Hmm.
yes.
He revealed to him like that, and like they were working on like one of the Decepticon spaceships that they had in Dark of the Moon and Age of Extinction. You know, the one that transforms and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like he hands him the card and he's holding the card and he looks up and it says GI Joe. I was like, and when I saw that card and I saw that title, I always said, "Huh," because part of me was hoping it was gonna be Sector 7. I thought they were gonna continue to bring to always reference Sector 7 or Nest. I was it was one of those two. It was either Nest or Sector 7. I was like if it's Nest, like look, I'm gonna call continuity foul, but at least I'm happy to see Nest come back because they were so underutilized, if you ask me.
No, very much so. Also, they were a welcoming addition of the Transformers series.
hmm Like humans working with the Cybertronians to defeat the Decepticons, and man, the tactics they used
Yeah.
in the third movie
Um,
was pretty rad.
I mean, well, granted, like we have seen like humans and Cybertronians like teaming up with each other, like in both the anime series as well as like one of the comic books. But with Ness, it was the next logical step.
hmm But yeah, they phased out Sector 7 in favor of GI Joe. Like I said, as dumb as that movie was, I still enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to what they're gonna do implementing GI Joe into Transformers. Or is this excuse me, is this telling them that we're gonna get a proper GI Joe movie? Possibly, potentially.
As long, as long as they ignore Snake Eyes, we should all be fine.
Because I don't think GI Joe is gonna be. Uh, well, maybe they're probably gonna work up to a big event where the Transformers and GI Joe are gonna team up for something. They didn't defeat Unicron. They didn't kill him. They only stalled him. Like Primal said this himself. We simply stalled him. He will be back, but when he returns, we will be ready. And I kind of that got a smile on my face. That put a smile on my face. Oh, one nitpick. Y'all ready for this?
Go right
Yeah,
ahead.
there you go.
So it's okay for Primal to transform with the faceplate on, but with Optimus, he has to shift it on. I don't get it.
Huh. That's quite the double standard.
Yeah, because when he transformed, he just had he seriously has the faceplate, and it moves up and down just like it does in the cartoons. But Optimus still has that transforming one, even though in Bumblebee they have him with the faceplate only. It's like they're trying to have it both ways in some parts. I'm like, No, just do what they did with Boneby. Keep the faceplate on. Boneby just showcased what happens when he talks. In fact, we know how Optimus sounds when he talks.
Mm-hmm.
Kids are not going to have a problem. In fact, Jazz had a sorry, Monticelli, damn faceplate in the first movie. Even freaking Sideswipe. Why does he not have a faceplate? I don't get it, guys. Oh, and Boneby still talks to the radio, but apparently it's more coherent. At this point, I'm really like,
If you have to ask questions and wonder why things are the way it was, then something is not clear in the
no.
writing.
One question I have is why continue to make Boneby's speech a thing when you're dead set on making him talk through the radio? Because that was a thing in the third move in last night. If any of you guys remember it or saw that, they brought that back. And I'm like, at this point, I don't like. It's pretty much established that in the sequels they don't really give a fuck about restoring his voice box. Yet somehow that's supposed to be a character development thing, even though in the first movie he talked.
In the original source material, like his voice box wasn't damaged.
Never was.
The only time that was only utilized was in Transformers Prime for the aligned
Mm.
continuity.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that.
However, the good at least the good news is he was able to speak again.
Good.
Only
Glad they
it took them like a couple seasons in order for him to really get his voice back.
If as long as it take, I'm fine with that. But the thing is, I'm just glad that they were able to get him to talk again. And I'm sorry, I just don't like I just really don't like the fact that they think that kids just enjoy him speaking through the radio.
They don't.
But I will tell you why. You know what? I'm gonna tell you why they don't have him talk. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the reason why. Y'all want to know the reason why?
Go right ahead.
They can't find they. It's the fact that they can't find a proper voice to fit him, or they cannot really settle on a voice for him.
You know, the solution to that problem is get back is get Bumblebee's original voice actor to come back.
That and they can't really. Well, yeah, they could bring him back, but the thing is, they cannot find anybody to schedule to voice Bumblebee. Apparently, yeah, we have a lot of people that voice all the other Transformers characters.
Yet, instead of like contacting Gary Chalk to reprise as well as Optimus Primal, like, they have Ron Perlman as Primal.
Yeah, I wish they would have brought back the original voice actor for that was Perlman.
Like Gary Chalk? Yeah,
No,
he was the voice of Primal.
no, in the movie, did Perlman voice Primal?
Yeah.
How the fuck did I not catch that? Damn, he good. Fuck him though.
Well, he may have a crappy personality, but he has shown to be a capable actor, like in live as well as voice.
Holy shit. Freaking Ron Perlman voice Primal. Oh, and I'm also another nitpick. Y'all ready for another nitpick before we start wrapping it up?
Go right ahead.
Yes.
When the Maximals were doing their own thing, no Beast Wars theme. I was in,
Wait,
I was
wasted
disappointed.
up, wasted opportunity.
Are you sure
Especially
you were?
no, no, no. Not once did they play the Beast Wars theme or any variation of it. Especially when both of them, when both Optimus and Primal said roll out, and then when he said Maximals, that would have been a perfect opportunity to do the at least do the guitars the
The guitar solo.
not necessarily the guitar solo, but the guitar string. You know, string.
Yeah,
You know when they transform. At least something
yeah,
like
I know what you're
that.
talking about.
But nope, not once. Not once did they ever play. Not once.
You sure
I
you were
was.
totally happy with this movie?
I have my criticisms,
No.
but I was okay with it. Like I
Okay.
said, it's not free from it's not safe from my criticism and nitpicks. I'm It's one of those movies where if I saw it on cable, I'll probably just peek at it. But like I said, it's not rewatchable like Bumblebee is. Bumblebee was more simpler. This one was far too damn complicated for its own good. Though it it, it didn't waste our time, which was good. I will say it didn't stop. It just kept going. It was one of those close to summer blockbuster movies that just knew when to just keep going and not sit around. So it didn't waste my time that much. It just there were some things that was just wrong with it. The little bro was all right. I thought I was gonna be annoyed by him, but he was cool. Especially that speech he gave to Noah towards the final act of the movie before he gets his power armor.
Hmm.
It's like okay, okay. I'll admit that moved me to tears. I was like, oh, I'm getting an emotional reaction here, even though I know a lot of people are gonna talk shit about this scene. But yeah, so that's been my impromptu review of Transformers: Rise of the Beast. Like I said, I did see it. I said I was gonna see it, and I did see it. Uh, in the future, I'll probably checking out the Meg 2. Um, if the wife is willing, maybe the Flash. We might see it at my theater though. I know they already got Guardians of the Galaxy 3, and we might check that one out. Hopefully. Um, I thank everybody for being here. Those five of you and fluctuating four of you. Those not existing motherfuckers that keep popping in and out. Uh, Tune in for Thursday for we'll be talking about the Queen of Rock and Roll this time. I know it said we were supposed to do it on the weekend, but the cards weren't in alignment for that one. So we'll be doing it this Thursday. So look for that tomorrow. I'd like to thank my wingmen, starting with the humblest of writers, Humble Marty. I know she's asleep. Wake up.
Hello, I'm here.
The Leia plus size.
Good evening, everyone. This is Leah Plus Size, your Levelated Valor. Thank you for joining this Eating for this Free for All. If you still have any topics that we did not cover that you would like for us to chat about, please leave it in the comments below or on the comment page that Wolf has set up. I'm very much sure he would appreciate that. And until then, we will see you on Thursday. Until then, have a great week.
Thank you, Eloise, for being here for the brief moment that she was the Bear of the North. That is the Warrior of Light, Final Fantasy Fan 12.
Well, that about does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, click like and subscribe and share with your family and friends. And make sure you ring that notification bell, that way you get notified of our latest videos. Go subscribe to 1210 Media if you haven't already. Go subscribe to me if you haven't already. And be sure you stay tuned for this Friday on my channel for what will be pretty much my last DC comic study in a bit of a while. I will be doing Superman for All Seasons as celebration for Superman's 85th anniversary. And be sure you stay tuned for that one. That story's gonna be quite the doozy. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Final Fantasy Fan 12 signing off. And remember, may the light forever shine upon us.
The Hound of Sopdonic Pal.
Well, that's all, folks. If there are any topics that you'd like us to discuss in the future on Tuesdays or even on Thursdays, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to Wolf 10 Media's channel. If there are shows, movies, and anything else in between that you'd like us to discuss, that's fine too. This is How to Sell Donald Carl signing off, and remember to keep up the good fight and keeping hope, idealism, and optimism alive in the world.
As you're welcome at Wolf 10, remind you guys once again, you are the UN Spacey. Welcome to Wolf Fleet.
Fuck is you playing? Fuck is you saying? Well, yeah. Hey, I remember way back when a nigga rapped in English. Now they speak in tongues and it's just a bunch of gibberish. Turn this bullshit off, nigga, I ain't really feeling this. Man, this shit is ass, who the hell be fucking playing this? I don't understand, man, I need someone to translate. It's too much to bear, nigga, this the shit I can't take. Every time they rap, man, I get a fucking headache. Every mumble rapper in the game should take a long break. Yachty to designer, Uzi to that little pump. How do y'all allow this, man, y'all truly fucking up? Fucking up the craft and I truly had enough. Calling me a hater, but I do not give a fuck. How the fuck do these niggas go viral? The fans are dumb, niggas.